So I recently died in my hardcore world, and oh my was it sad. But you know what, I'm not gonna let this get me down. I'm starting over, and don't think I'm gonna stop adding challenges to my world because the challenges are only going to get harder. And what I added today, it's terrifying. It's the worst thing you could ever imagine. Okay, I had to start somewhere. And when else am I not going to use an axe other than the first episode? Anyways, this video was kind of painful to make, so if you could like or subscribe, or both, that'd be kind of cool. Hope you enjoy! When I first logged in on day 1, I discovered that we were in a snow biome, which was completely fine because I did not plan to stick around there for long. I experienced the splinter plugin that I added, and I was once again reminded of just how big of an inconvenience that it is. After mining for some stone though and getting myself some new tools, I did cut down a lot of trees. Then I saw that it was already turning nighttime, so I ran over this hill in hopes of finding iron somewhere so I could get some tools. It's so interesting that in 1.18 you really can't find iron anywhere, but if you need lapis, oh, it's everywhere. But that's okay because I did find some iron right here, and after I mined it I made a shield and a bucket, so honestly I was unstoppable at that point. And then I found some coal. Wrapping up day 1 into day 2, I was on the hunt for some food, I ended up killing some stray mobs, and I also was surprised by finding a 4 tall sugarcane. I thought they stopped at 3, not gonna lie. I started off day 2 by taming a wolf, and then after collecting some food and dyeing my bed pink, which is very important for hardcore Minecraft, I found a cave. Get. Ah yes, but despite that, I did make it to day 3, believe it or not. And after killing this flaming zombie and a few animals, I wandered into a cave and found a zombie spawner. And since my goal was to get good armor as soon as possible, I mined it all out and made it into a farm, and that was pretty much everything that I did in day 3. I was looking for a cave on day 4, and I ended up finding a swamp, and I remembered that there was a little trick that you can use with the clay in like the water to find diamonds, and so I did that. I went normal caving after that, and then I ended up finding some more diamonds, and I got a diamond pickaxe and started mining obsidian so that I could make an enchanting table. By this point it was already day 5, and I ended up putting simple enchantments on everything that I had because I need to get 15 bookshelves before I can actually get good enchantments. And so I made myself a bit of a sugarcane farm, and then I came up with a plan to go trade with piglins to get all the leather that I would need. And so, after making another portal frame and lighting it with a flint and steel, it was time to go in. And like I said, the goal was to trade with piglins, so I immediately started mining some gold. I also took note of the nether portal coordinates, so I hopefully wouldn't get lost, and then I was on my way. This nether journey of course started off with fighting a massive magma cube and all of his children. And then I found a crimson forest, which is great because there's usually piglins in here. And let me walk you through my thought process that just happened here. Oh look, a piglin. Oh look, a bunch. Oh, they hit me. I'm not wearing gold. Okay, let me block them off so I can hit them. Oh look, the fortress is right behind me. That's great. So I can go, oh boy, they're hitting. Oh. On day 1, I spawned in a savannah, and this time I'm going to do it right. Because what's the point of spending 3 hours in a world when I'm going to die in the nether immediately? I might as well try to speedrun this. And so I cut down this tree, I took a bunch of damage from doing so, I then crafted like an absolute madman, and then I was on my way to a nearby village. So after cooking all of the food that I just killed, in true speedrunning fashion I went to the village and I mined for flint immediately so that I would be able to light a portal. I then mined some of the hay bales in the village just to make sure I did have enough food. So then after killing the iron golem and actually finding a gold helmet in a drowned underground water under thing chest, yeah, I was on my way to find a way to enter the nether. I did stop at some ships though first because believe it or not, if I don't have armor I will die, so I wanted some iron. So after getting some iron, I made myself a chest plate, and then I found myself a place in a savannah and I went to sleep for the night, making it day 2. And then I found another village, killed the iron golem, and then I made a portal in this lava pool that I found. Then I made myself some pants, and I came to the realization that I already had enough books and leather, so I didn't need to go to the nether right now, but I decided to go anyways because I might as well just get the blaze rods. So when I arrived in the nether, I was in a nether waste biome, and I found an ancient debris at Y58 with a mushroom on top. What? I don't know, dude. Whatever, but then I started mining gold again with the same goal to just trade with piglins, because the thing is, yes, I'm making a joke about speedrunning this, but if I go into Bastion, I will die immediately, and I don't want to do that, so I'm just mining gold and trading with piglins that way. And I kept running around the nether, and by that point it changed to day 3, so I did just keep trading with piglins and actually killing endermen too, because the piglins were not giving me any pearls. But I did find a bastion and a fortress over this huge lava lake and tried my hardest to get around it without dying, and then I entered the fortress. On my first try of killing a wither skeleton, I got a skull, and that really just goes to show you how spectacular of a player that I really am. And after killing literally everything, I found some nether wart, I looted some chests, and then I realized that I had all of the blaze rods that I needed so I could get out of there. But on my way out, I spotted these last 2 blaze, and I figured I might as well kill them too so I could make potions if I wanted. And I killed the first one just fine even though it set me on fire, but for whatever reason, the second one decided to do a melee attack and just keep coming for me, and I don't know how I was supposed to get out of this. I don't know. But the thing is, once you circle back around to day 1, you've learned a thing or two. But actually you haven't, because you left the server open when you went to go make a bagel in the kitchen, and it was 10 minutes, so that means you spawn in the middle of the night, and you have nothing. So naturally, what you do in this situation is mine yourself under a tree so that you're safe from the spiders that are trying to kill you, but you're still able to actually mine the tree. Oh, I forgot. But because you take damage from mining a tree and you have no food, you have no choice but to wait out the night in this hole. And this was a very long night of talking to myself. And I was also mining stone, coal, and making tools for myself. And by the time that it was finally daytime, I finally got to go out and get some food. The future was bright. Everything was going so well for me. But the thing is, once you've circled back around to day 1, you've learned a thing or two. And if I'm being honest, I think the speedrunning strategy was working best for me because that's how I progressed the most in the shortest amount of time. So then I did my usual. I mined for some stone, I made some tools, I killed a bunch of animals. And I kept running around after that, and I actually stumbled across this really big cave. And I figured there's no boats around here, so I might as well mine iron here. And after getting enough for a shield, I decided to make the brave decision to jump down, because there's only 1 creeper, right? Yeah, actually no, there was a lot. This was not a brave decision, this was a bad decision. And this is why you don't play with full gamma on when you're playing hardcore. What was... Did I think this was gonna work? When you circle back around to day 1, you realize that you've learned nothing. You're not good at the game. Like, you can't speedrun, you can't take the long route and do it. But, I mean, if you think about it, what's 1 more try gonna hurt, really? I mean, at this point, I was at rock bottom, so I could only go up. So at that point, I started on my usual journey of mining stone, making stone tools, and killing a bunch of animals. And then I spotted a village. This was a really weird village though, because there were only 2 houses and it was like glitched. It was weird. Once I got on top of the hill though, there was a house up there that had a bed in it, so I slept in that. And great, day 2, already doing so much better than last time, but let's be honest, that was not a high standard to beat. I didn't really do much else in day 2, I just ran around for a while, I mined a little bit of coal and iron, and then I eventually stumbled across another village. So after looting all the chests in the village, I was kind of stacked, and I was really determined that this was going to be the run that I didn't die. This is the run. The run? This is the seed. This is the world. I'm not gonna die. Sure, go ahead, believe that. So I made myself some gold boots. And then after looting a few ships to get some more iron for armor, I found a ruined portal and I was on my way to the nether. And I mean, we all know the drill by this point. Mine gold, try not to die, run around, try not to die, trade with piglins, and try not to die. And oh look, the fortress is right there. When I mined into it, there were a lot of stray blazes, and I figured it was a good idea to just kill those instead of dealing with a spawner, because that might be better for me. I'm gonna die otherwise. And after killing the absolute horde of wither skeletons that was in this fortress for some reason, I finally had everything that I needed and it looked like I was finally going to make it out of the nether. And yeah, there is a wither skeleton in my way, but I can just go around, right? Yeah. Absolutely. Are you kidding me?